stuff are going to come around quite a bit. And so if you're going to keep putting players like that in the Ring of Honor, you're running out of
Jamal
space
Charles,
quite fast.
Jamal Charles is not going to come around again. He's the career leader in yards per carry. Like he's so underappreciated. He leads the NFL all time in yards per carry ever. Like think of all the elite running backs that have ever come through the game: Jim Brown, uh, Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk, Walter Payton, all those guys. None of them top Jamal Charles in career yards per carry. Jamal Charles was a special player who unfortunately had his career derailed by injuries, and played with terrible quarterbacks or quarterbacks that really couldn't get the job done his whole career. But and that's even more of a testament to the guy. The fact that the guy was running with 5.4 or 5.5 yards per carry throughout his career, and didn't have a passing game. Guys were stacking the box against him, and he was just running rampant on defenses. That's crazy. Jamal Charles deserves to be in the Ring of Honor. He is.
I agree.
He was a transcendent running back that had a very unfortunate career path, basically. A guy that, you could probably say, I don't know if he deserves to be up there is Eric Berry. But he meant a lot to this franchise. A guy that I would say probably doesn't deserve to be up there is Justin Houston. Justin Houston, he had a 20 sack season here in Kansas City. So like he's one of those guys that, is borderline. But it is what it is. I mean, hell, it's a Ring of Honor. I mean, what do you want to do? Like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. There's guys up there. It's actually funny. I have a buddy whose uncle is actually the nephew of Cheryl Hedrick. And Cheryl Hedrick is in the Chiefs Ring of Honor. And honestly, up until I knew that he was his nephew, I didn't even know who Cheryl Hedrick was. And I've been a Chiefs fan my entire life. So, like, I mean, they have guys up there that don't matter, really, to me, that don't matter. But, I mean, it is what it is. And, the Chiefs have had a few guys pass away, like a couple running backs. What's his name? I don't remember what his name was. But anyway, he passed away, saving a kid from drowning, and they put him up there. They retired his number, too. Or no, they didn't retire his number. They retired another running back's number that played for him for, like, never. Stone Johnson. But, like, stuff like that is what it is. I mean, what are you supposed to do about it?
Well, I completely agreed on that. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and ask it. What is your prediction for this Sunday? What is the score? Who wins? And who is your MVP?
Okay. If Patrick Mahomes plays, I think the team is going to go nuts, and I think they're going to rally behind him. And I think the Chiefs will win 38 or 31-28. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't play, I think they'll lose 31-24. If he does play, I think he'll be the MVP. And if he doesn't play, I think Aaron Jones is going to be the MVP, and the Packers win. So, I think there's a little bit of a swing there, and I think that's, reasonable because the Chiefs were 3.5-point favorites before, the severity of Mahomes' injury was considered serious, and now they're 4-point dogs at home. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and, I mean, with what it's sitting at now, it looks like Moore's going to play. And if they play Mahomes, then he's like I said, he's a mutant and he's not human because people shouldn't be playing on injuries like that. But hey, that's how it is. But right now I'm looking at Matt Moore as a starting QB. I think Reed's pulling a little bit of, hey, let's make them prepare for two QBs, make them spend a little extra time on this to kind of get them thinking. So with Moore, I'm going to say 31-21 Packers. I think they keep it within 10 points because of the fact of Hill, Watkins. Packers defense have given up some big plays lately, and Hill is just fast as shit. Yeah. I mean, his Twitter name, Cheetah.
Yeah.
I can't say anything about that. He's just fast as hell, and not many people can guard him. But, I think the weapons keep it close, but I think maybe like a late game interception ends it for Matt Moore. Our MVP, I'm actually going off, and I am saying MVS. I think he has a couple big plays for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll see. The Chiefs haven't given up a ton to wide receivers this year. Like I said, they've been getting a lot of help over the top from the safeties. But yeah, I could see it. I mean, MVS, I said before the season started, we were sitting there doing fantasy drafts, and I had some buddies, and they're like, I'm looking at Geronimo Allison, and MVS is sitting there, 50 spots lower in the rankings. And
You're like, yeah, go ahead, take Geronimo.
I'm like, I didn't have him because, like, I draft running backs and wide receivers in, like, the first 8 rounds, and I'm like, you want MVS. Like, that's the guy you want. And I don't think a lot of people were thinking that before the season started, but, I like Valdez, Scantling, and, so I could see him going off too, but the Chiefs' struggle has been the run game, so we'll see if they can do anything with Aaron Jones or not.
All right, Jay, you're up, buddy.
All right. Well, I hate to break your heart, but this one is gonna go way south. Look, here's the issue: Packers defense has had a couple of games here where they've given up some big plays, and that's pissing them off, right? And the defense hasn't really held up their end of the bargain to their standard, so to speak, I feel like. And Darnell Savage is going to be back. And I know you don't have to worry about the wide receivers so much, but they're playing different than a lot of teams are. Everything's based off the run, and their plays are really coming off of play action. And Rodgers has really been doing a good job selling it. I see this game being a blowout, 38-14, and the defense just turns out. Well, it is what it is. If this was Patrick Mahomes, it'd be totally different. With the guy they got playing quarterback, you're basically going to bracket Tyreek Hill, and you're going to let him run. You're going to let him try to run the ball, and Travis Kelce will get his.
What are you going to do with Sammy Watkins and Travis Kelce?
Watkins is hobbled still. He's still not.
Oh, come on!
He's not that good.
Come on, he's been practicing in full.
Look, I'm just telling you, the defense is. It's going to be one of those weeks where the defense has it's kind of been these where it's gotten injured, and
I had
a
feeling he was
going to
do this.
And then when it gets its players back, it has a show up and show out week, and because you don't have Patrick Mahomes, man, it's show up and show out week for the Packers defense.
Yeah, I hope you'll prepare for Matt Moore and the Andy Reid dusting off the Alex Smith playbook. I hope you guys are ready for that.
I remember it well.
So does the whole league.
Hey, we put up 40-plus points on the Patriots, kicked their ass, so,
I remember that opening night game. Everyone's, the Patriots this, Patriots that, and I'm like, holy crap, they're getting manhandled right now. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, they were supposed to regress. That was when Brady was done.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, then it went 4 weeks, and then they went off on a huge stretch like they always do.
Happens every year.
Hey, I got a question. Any big names you see getting traded before the whole NFL? Any big names you see getting traded?
Oh, man, I don't know. All the trades have happened, right? I mean, geez.
Not really. You still got Corey Davis, Robbie Anderson. You still got there's actually
Robbie
one
Anderson. Robbie Anderson will probably get moved. Leonard Williams. I don't really see Corey Davis getting moved.
No AJ Green?
I don't know, man. The Patriots cleared out some cap space today by trading Michael Bennett. I don't know if that was a culture move or if that was hey, we're clearing $6 million in cap space for a elite wide receiver move. Yeah. We'll have to see. They gave up a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu, and I actually tweeted this. That wouldn't make sense for any other team in the league, and I would laugh at any other team in the league making that move, except for the Patriots, because he's probably going to go off for 900 yards and 9 TDs over the next 9 games. That's
went to bed 1-6, woke up 7-0.
That's what the Patriots do, man. It's mind blowing. Like they just, I don't know. I mean, a second round pick for the Patriots is going to be at the very end of the second round. So if they want him over another team, they're going to have to give up a second round pick.
Yeah.
But like, man, the Patriots are don't they just kick you in the nuts over and over again?
I just want to know why teams are still trading with them.
I know.
They're the top of the league. Don't trade with them. Just don't.
I absolutely love everything that's going on with the Patriots this year because they are so the 2011 Packers. They're going to go through the season completely untested, feeling themselves. Everybody talking about
They have a
them being
defense. Packers
historically
didn't
great.
in 11.
It's just the opposite. Their offense absolutely is freaking like just barely holding it together, just like the Packers' defense or offense was.
They just dropped 33 points this last week.
It's the opposite.
Because they don't
Dinkin
have
and
to.
Duncan. They're Dinkin
Exactly.
and Duncan.
What Grant just said. They don't
I'm telling you,
have
they're
to.
not
Belichick is-
tested. They're not tested. Like the actual people that aren't trying to do hot takes, if you listen to them, they're saying the same damn thing. Like they're giving them credit because they're 7-0, and you got to beat teams. You don't want to be the freaking Cowboys losing to the Jets.
No, I'm
right?
giving him credit because
that's
Tom has 6
terrible.
rings out of 10 fingers on his hands. So does Bill.
The past
Josh-
has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, Dave. Like
Yes.
that's a different
I'm not even
conversation.
sure.
They are
I'm not even
untested.
sure.
I'm telling you, they're
Josh,
untested.
our
All
guest
the
is trying to
powers
talk.
in the NFC, and they're it's going to set up perfectly for somebody to knock them off that's not expected, whether it be in the Super Bowl or not before, because they're just not tested yet. You got to give them credit, but they're untested and unproven. Like
I
Bill
don't know.
Belichick historically with first and second year quarterbacks is like 1,055,000 and okay, and he's played nothing but first and second year quarterbacks so far this year. All right, so let's just pump the freaking brakes, just like everybody bitched at me in week 4 when I said, all right, if you want to crown the goddamn Cowboys, go ahead and crown them. But I'm telling you,
It's
pump the brakes.
different.
And then what happened? Blah, 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 blah. They fell on their ass. I'm telling you, the Patriots are a much better organization. That's why they're not going to fall on their ass. But it is what it is. It's the same scenario, just with a team that ain't going to lose to the freaking Jets. They're still going to win those games. But when push comes to shove, when they actually need to, they're not going to have the requisite to know. Like when their face gets punched in, it's never going to happen during the season. So then you're going to have to figure out whether they're really as good as everybody thinks they are. This is a long play, guys. Most of the stuff I say is a long play. You guys all want to laugh at me, but just like you laughed at me for drafting 2 quarterbacks in the fantasy draft.
I laughed at when you told me Packers were going to keep 6 running backs too.
Look, the Patriots are probably going to get smacked in the mouth at some point this year. But that doesn't mean they're going to fall on their ass. You know, I don't even think Josh McDaniels has turned off the first page of the offensive playbook.
It's been the same thing over and over and over every game.
Yeah, I'm serious. I like screen pass to
they're
James
playing
White, run up the middle with
first and second year
Michelle.
quarterbacks that are turning the ball over at a record pace, giving Tom Brady extra possessions where they can afford to do that, because even if they end up punting, they still get to eat 3.5 minutes off the clock, punt the ball. Oops, dipshit throws his 7th interception or fumbles the ball because he's carrying it with one freaking hand. Like, come on now. Like, I watch a lot of football. This ain't hot take. It's reality. It just, like, give them credit. They're 7-0, but stop acting and let's stop comparing these guys to historically great defenses that actually played premier quarterbacks, premier running backs, premier teams, and had requisite numbers. Like, when you start telling them, oh, they had 18 interceptions in 7 games, just like the 1996 Packers. Nope, sorry, not the same deal. 85 Bears, nope, sorry, not the same deal. 2000 Ravens, nope, sorry, not the same deal. Pump the brakes, not even close.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I mean, what do they have? The first tough game of their season.
It's next week. It's Baltimore.
Against a good offense is next week against Baltimore. And you know,
and again, second year quarterback, and he's like $1,005,000 against first and second year quarterback. So the rest of their team is going to be great, but at the end of the day, that's the one that matters. The quarterback. And the quarterback ended up turning the ball over 50
and he just
times
shredded
a game.
Seattle for how many yardage on passing and running too.
Is Seattle Bill Belichick? Is Seattle
It's still a good team.
59,452-0 against first and second year quarterbacks? No, Dave, stop
It's
making
still
points
a
that
good
don't
team.
matter.
It
Yeah,
is
I mean,
a point. It's still a good Seattle team.
They've got So this next 5 games after this week where Baker Mayfield, I guess Jarvis Landry thinks that the Browns are
Oh
going to win.
God.